All right, we're getting into the debrief. Authorities in Buenos Aires are now treating the death of Liam Payne as suspicious. The 31-year-old One Direction singer died yesterday after falling 3 stories from a hotel balcony. Authorities say preliminary autopsy reports show that he died from traumatic injuries and internal bleeding. But the official cause is still under investigation, and it's being treated as a suspicious death due to the evidence found at the scene. And members of One Direction speaking out for the first time today, saying that they are devastated by Payne's passing.
Joining us now is TMZ executive producer Charles Latibeaudiere. Charles, I mean, this is shocking, sad news that's just rocking the entertainment world. Again, that autopsy report was released today. What can you tell us tonight?
So what we've heard so far about the autopsy, Bianca, Natasha, thank you for having me. It is, you know, when a death like this, someone who's 31 years old, the question everyone immediately asks is why. What the police have been able to offer so far is they say they have completed an autopsy, but it doesn't really reveal much other than they say the cause of death was blunt force trauma, hemorrhaging, as you'd expect, with a fall from the 3rd floor of that hotel. But as far as toxicology, they say they don't have results yet. Now that is the key, because there are some photos that have been published in some of the Argentinian newspapers, and we've seen them online as well, that purportedly show drug paraphernalia that was in his room. Yeah. We also have seen photos where there's a lot of damage in the room. The TV is smashed, and we heard the 911 call where a hotel staffer said he was breaking things in the room. So that, combined with the drug paraphernalia, people start to wonder, was any of this connected to drug use? Again, the police have not said that yet, and we can't confirm those photos. The police aren't even saying that they found drugs in the room, but those photos have people thinking that it might have something to do with it.
Sure. I think the one thing that people are still kind of holding on to right now is when we say suspicious. So that leads people to believe that this was done by someone else. Was he alone when he fell? Like, do we have any information on that?
Yeah, we don't know why they're using that particular phrase. What we do know that the hotel staff, at least, have said that we know that hotel staff escorted him up to his room about an hour before his death. And we know that because we've spoken to people who were in the lobby. We saw him get agitated. It's something he saw on his laptop. They say he smashed his laptop closed and was storming around, and that's when they escorted him up to his room. But on the 911 call, the hotel staffer says they had not been able to get into his room for several days. They had just heard him breaking things, and they were very concerned. They told police were concerned about his safety and his health, because he does have a room that has a balcony, and that phone call was made just minutes before he died.
Yeah. What are you hearing about the 911 call? You know, what was said on that call? Yeah,
they said that they described him as someone who was in and out of consciousness, and that they believed, that this is the hotel saying this, that they believed he had been under the influence of either alcohol and or drugs, and they could not get into the room. And that, combined with what they were hearing, they say, as far as him smashing items in the room, had them concerned for his safety. Plus, we know they had seen him agitated in the lobby. So all of those things combined, at least what they were telling police on this 911 call, makes it sound like there was concerns about his sobriety, and also just something that had enraged him on Wednesday afternoon.
Wow, sad situation all
Certainly
around.
is.
All right, well, Charles, thank you so much for filling us in. We appreciate you coming on.
Okay, thank you, guys.